Greetings of the day, and I'm very happy to make this session with my, I would say, friend and collaborator for very many years, Professor Pete Commerce. And today we are going to speak a very important issue, a very important offer and suggestion, and an opportunity for all those who are in education. Let me say a few words about Professor Pete. The name is really of their world level reputation, and who has taught already. How many universities and students have you taught already? Can you give at least like a number approximately?
I think 50 or 60 universities around the world. Yes.
Yes. And you can imagine the number of the students. Yes. And Pete, perhaps one of the leading researcher who has enormous number of Scopus index publications, books, and again, the member of very many international projects in education, in technologies, in media, and he's collaborating with how many countries? Good question. Yes.
Similar number of countries. Yeah, I think so.
Yes. And together with Pete, we've been also working for really very many years, and also did lots of projects together, research projects, educational projects on technologies, on education, on pre-service teachers training, and also Pete is a pioneer in technologies and how technologies are introduced in education and in effect the level and the quality of our education. My passion for technologies in education started perhaps following your example when we met first in Poland, and your passion, your expertise, your competencies in technologies. And that time it was only just the first streams in technological development in education, and so all your competencies affected me as well. And again, I'm really very happy and glad that since that time we've been doing very many things, and now we are launching a new project. Actually, not a new project, that is the idea we've been speaking very many years, I would say. With this idea, with this offer, which we are going to tell you about today, we believe will be very much helpful for researchers at any level of their career development. The floor is yours. Maybe also you can say a few words more to add about your expertise, and especially people are very much interested in publishing, in articles, in books of the first league level. So please.
Thank you, Rina. It's a pleasure. I see it as my job this afternoon, together with you, to define what's the course. We want to make a world-known course, a renowned course that makes a difference, not only for teachers, also for curriculum designers, for policymakers, for heads of school, even for parents, because parents with the students, they are the main customers, not only patients, not only passengers, but they are the real person, the real stakeholder. So that's why we want to focus on the new development of technology in education. We know the social media, we know virtual reality, we know gaming, mobile devices, and they are all in a competitive edge. It makes a difference if we use them well. And that is the key issue. We need to design before we include the media. That's the scope of the course.
Okay, thank you very much. So you mean that the main focus of the course is going to be on technology and in technology in education. Am I right?
Correct.
Yes.
And then we accent to the effectiveness of the learning. And of course, the enthusiasm of the learning process, yes.
Okay, so technologies and how they affect the quality of the education and how to enhance the quality of education.
Yes, you can say if you buy a car or a new smartphone, it doesn't say that it makes a contribution to your life. That depends on how you use it. It's a matter of awareness, what you can do with it. Secondly, you know how to integrate it. And three, how to harvest the beneficial from it. That makes a difference.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. And again, if you are speaking about technology, and that again, that is the main subject of the course. So, are you going to discuss artificial intelligence? Because again, we may kind of be familiar with social media, with some kind of ICT, but artificial intelligence is something which is we talked about, but something nobody seen, yeah, but heard a lot.
Good point. It's also in the list. ChatGPT means that students, parents, teachers, they can make a rather sufficient level of text. That means that the real target for education is always one level higher. When we got the access to Google search mechanisms, we saw that knowing and retrieving the facts is good, but not sufficient anymore. It's now how we make generally authentic contributions, so unique solutions that comes from the student side. And that is the difference to what we saw 5 or 10 years ago. Nowadays, students, they should make a really creative contribution. What do they see in their life as important? Who do they want to be? And what are solutions for everyday life or for special cases? That's the real task for the future student.
Mhm. Yeah, and while we started speaking about artificial intelligence and AI, and you mentioned Chat GPT, for example, we have also a course, and we offer a course on academic English writing of higher level, writing articles, writing publications, and again enhancing the style of writing. But you know what? Just I'm thinking now from the position of student, why should I learn such kind of things if I can use AI, GPT, chat, and
Well,
just put the keywords, and it will produce me the text in a very, just very fast manner. What do you think? Should we really learn such kind of skills, like old style skills of our own writing, or we should rely on artificial intelligence?
we need both. So to write, to build the sentences, to make the good argumentation, that's still personal competence that needs to be trained, even without ChatGPT. But on top of that, we need new rhetoric skills. For instance, if you want to make a joke, a practical joke, an anecdote, you cannot ask to GPT make a nice joke about it. It will not work because the joke means that you can play with the meanings between the people, between cultures in the positive sense. So that means that we have to be creative with thinking, imagination, suggestions, like commercials. And that's the task for the students of the future. They need to argue on a more sophisticated level than we can do nowadays.
Yes, exactly. Very good answer. Really, very good answer. Because again, students now looking for some kind of easier way to write something, to produce something, and okay, like AI is a very quick solution. But yes, you gave a very good answer. Moreover, I'm thinking, for example, like people are telling now, with AI, very many jobs will disappear. So how to stay kind of competitive with AI, that you won't be kicked out of your job because well, technology is just knocking on your door and pushing you out of your chair.
You see, jobs are important, of course, to earn your living, but it's not the goal of life. The goal of life is much wider, as you will imagine. So we are talking about making sense of life, making a contribution to societies, to the younger generation, etc., to make the world more safe, more humane, and to enjoy life. As you can see, the beach where I'm living now,
Yes.
temporarily in the virtual sense, it is the joy of life, you see. So the if we have three main concepts, one concept is learning, one is playing, and one is um, working. So the connectivity between the three is interesting. And it's easy to talk about gaming or playing, I would rather call it playing. it's also rather easy to talk about learning, but it's not easy to define what is working. You can simply say you are selling your time, or you are making a contribution to your employer's business, for instance. That's an easy concept, but in fact, working is changing, you see. It's not simply dedicating your time, it's making a contribution. There is a nice saying by Steve Jobs. He said in the mid of the 90s already, he said, we are selecting the best students, the best employees of the whole world. Then we pay them the highest salary. And certainly we tell them what to do. You understand? This is
Yes, it
it,
doesn't work.
it is a contradiction. So, and that's what students should be aware of, and education should be aware of, that the reality of working, enjoying life, safety, to talk about the geopolitical tensions nowadays, that is the future that we have to deal with. And I think especially questions of safety, mutual understanding, uh, cultural diversity, those are, and sustainability, of course, those are the real values